watching Defunct Land, and then we encountered this beauty. We're going to the last video because it's like an hour long, so I think that's good enough for the rest of stream for today. Right. I think that's good. I'm thirsty, John. So now I want to learn more about Garfield. I want to learn more Garfield lore. So Ivy requested this. The Garfield is back. It's beautiful. Why are you complaining? It's beautiful.
Daily newspaper comic strip starring the iconic orange cat of the same name, as well as his owner, John.
So edgy. John.
Relatable, surly, and adorable, Garfield was based off the childhood memories of his creator, Jim Davis. And in the 40 years since we first met this lasagna-loving rascal, Garfield has become a global
this FNAF?
phenomenon.
It does
with
seem like that.
Sales at an estimated...
The world is going to end.
I've been covering fandoms for a little while now, and what I enjoy about doing this
Oh
is that when
God,
you stare
I know,
at a
right?
fandom long enough, you begin to get this very distorted yet very honest reflection of its source material. The heart of The Simpsons, the descent of Sonic, the magnitude of Undertale. But
why is that the descent of Sonic? Why is this the descent of Sonic? I guess he's referencing how the movie was supposed to be. I have a hot take. And I feel like I always feel like the movie was messed up at first on purpose. Because you know how Sonic looked at first and everyone got so mad? I still feel like that was all done on purpose to get attention. I think it was an industry plant.
The magnitude of Undertale. But then
I think it worked.
There's Garfield.
Because people like seeing the improved version.
On the internet is the most bizarre fandom I've ever encountered. And I'm not even talking about Garfield porn here, although yes, that is totally that as well. And yes, I did have to fuck up my Google Analytics.
Why is there so many?
No, I'm talking about things far.
Why is there so much of that?
Bizarre.
I think it was a stupid decision by corporate executives. What? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Slash Alzheimer's Group is a subreddit of
I think 1,000% original movie Sonic was a series of corporate executive decisions.
Over and over.
I don't know. I feel like they got a lot more attention just because of how much they improved it. Yeah. I don't know. That's just me.
Each member role-playing like this is the first time they've seen it. Relax John is an 8-part animated series in which a morbidly depressed John Arbuckle is dragged into a frightening alternate reality as he is subsumed by a demonic Garfield. I'm sorry, John. Actually, Jesus, no.
Thank you for the head pat.
We're not ready for I'm sorry, John.
I'm sorry, John.
Maybe in like an hour. And
I'm thirsty, John.
Noticed the runtime for this video and are asking, how could I possibly spend this much time?
Hello, welcome Raiders. What is with the Shaddy Ken emo? Did Shaddy Ken put you up to this? Hello, welcome. We're watching a Garfield video. You want to see something beautiful, Raiders? You guys want to see something beautiful? I need to follow you back. I will do that. Dizzy Dennis, welcome. Hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day. Look at the top right corner of my stream. Yeah, hello. For those who don't know me, I am Peachael the Seraphim, banished angel VTuber. I do art, I play games. I am a self-made VTuber. I made my model, I made my overlay. Sonic and Garfield pack means this was meant to be. Wait. You were playing something with Sonic and Garfield? I see Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Hello, it's nice to see you guys. I made my model, I made my overlay. You guys like my model? I don't always have my Senato toggle out. I love this model just because of that, but I usually look like this. My fucking... It muted me. I don't know when it muted me, but it muted me, and I accidentally opened Lurk Bay if you guys want to play that again. Yeah. But yeah, again, if you need to rate a run, then let me hold you up. Can I restart this video? Would you guys mind? Or maybe just go a little bit back. Actually, wait, no. I don't want you guys to see what I saw earlier.
On an idea that...
Should I? There was something cursed in here. He sifted for all the Garfield lore. He even found the Garfield, some curious Garfield art. But this is what we're watching. Lasagna.
Rascal, Garfield has become a
Let me fix
global
that.
phenomenon, with yearly merchandising sales at an estimated...
Pac-Man.
The world is going
But it's nice to see you both here. I highly appreciate the raid. Thank you. I've seen worse.
For a little while now, and what I enjoy about doing
this is by SuperEyePatchWolf, by the way. This was requested in my Discord server.
Very distorted yet very honest reflection.
What was that?
You begin to get this very distorted...
Are they gonna make it? Wait! Sonic's grippers are out. Where is this footage from? Do you guys see it? Do you see it?
Yet very honest.
Oh, his shoes came back on. I'm a very big Sonic fan, so Shady Can recommended you. Thank you. I highly appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a good Mortal Kombat stream.
Believe me when I say what Garfield
That's the Sonic Dreams collection.
Is the most...
What's the Sonic Dreams collection? I'm a big Sonic fan. I think I'm a LARPer. Am I a LARPer for not knowing what this is? Sonic Dreams.
Most bizarre fandom I've ever encountered. And I'm
I'm surprised you didn't know about it already.
Here, although, yes, there is totally that as well. And yes, I did have to fuck up my Google Analytics.
Why is there so much Garfield of that?
Far
no!
Bizarre, which, if you were not aware...
That Garfield had human hands. Human hands and feet. I still haven't watched Pregnant Sonic. Maybe I should watch that before I end stream.
Allow me to give you a little preview. Alzheimer's Group is a subreddit of 50,000 people reposting the same Garfield comic.
Thank you for the follow, Dizzy Dennis. You're now Sea Angel. Welcome to the Sea of Angels.
Role-playing like this is the first time they've seen it. Relax John is an 8-part animated series in which a...
Is this a creepypasta? This looks like a creepypasta. Oh, speaking of which, you guys want to see how I almost ended up in a creepypasta? I showed this in my Discord server, but I want to play this retro game on stream. For those who are new here, I do a variety of things. I do a variety of content. We were playing, last game we beat was the Madagascar game for GameCube. It had a lot of cursed stuff like that, and honestly, there was even worse. Oh, thank you for the check-in, too. Thank you.
Morbidly depressed,
I'm gonna find it while we watch.
Is dragged into a frightening alternate reality as he is subsumed by a demonic Garfield. I'm sorry, John. Actually, Jesus.
I'm sorry,
no,
John. I kind of like that Madagascar game. My mushroom.
I'm sorry, John.
I found this on the floor at work.
And maybe you've noticed the runtime for this video and are asking.
More specifically, so I don't work in a like gaming environment at all. I work in a pharmacy. I won't say what because I don't want to dox myself, but I won't elaborate on that. So like a crackhead actually dropped this on the floor. Like they be coming in to steal stuff and he was like there to steal candy. And then after he left, I found this game on the floor. Wait, you guys can barely see it. It's called Stone Keep. I want to play this because I've heard it's good. I like playing retro games. We were playing, the most retro game we've played recently is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream just because we finished the Amazing Digital Circus. Yeah.
How could I possibly
thank you again,
spend
Shady
this
Ken.
much time
Thank
on an
you.
idea that the
I'm gonna give Shady Ken a shout out
my
to
father's eyebrows as I
my
explained it to
Sonato
him,
buddy.
communicated to me was something he considered a profound waste of time.
A profound waste of time. Wacky Waluigi, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. Berserk.
I got lost.
What does Berserk have to do with this?
Garfield. God, I hope it's worth it. But the answer is I have looked
I'm
deep
thirsty,
into
John.
Garfield, and I have seen things horrible.
I've seen. Is that Gigantamax? Is that, you guys know Pokemon, Gallows. Is it Gallows? That the Gigantamax Meow? I'm thirsty, John.
Deep into Garfield, and
He's a Pokemon now.
Horrible, frightening, and beautiful.
He needs a drink.
Including what is to me. And
oh yeah, by the way, I'm drawing Zooble.
The
Speaking of digital circus stuff.
Ever
this is the art I'm drawing today.
And I would like to show it all to you.
Here's Zooble.
So join me
Here's
on
Zooble
this
abstracted.
long and strange journey as we
I'm
take our first
Gigantamax,
step
John.
And ask a question.
Oh, hi, BBW. Welcome.
How the fuck did we get here from a cartoon cat who likes lasagna? Or to put it another way, what is Garfield?
What is Garfield?
So, I want to be honest here.
Who is Garfield?
Unlike the other fandoms I've covered for this channel,
he got a whole costume for this video. Good for him. This is my first time actually watching SuperEyePatchWolf, I think. But I'm enjoying this so far. This was requested in my Discord server. I like watching video essays while I'm drawing. So if you guys have any,
really been that
feel free to join my Discord server and request any.
That's not to say I dislike Garfield. It's just no.
My friend has one of those costumes.
Doing this, I do not need to humiliate.
They have a WWE video. I want to watch the I've been wanting to watch wrestling essays because it's a good way to pass the time to learn about wrestling lore. Because wrestling is like the redneck's One Piece.
Humiliate myself for your amusement. That's not to say I.
I'm not gonna lie, that remind me that one theory
that
channel I watched.
Really
oh, I see. He's got many lore videos. Nice.
And so my first call was to go looking for articles on the appeal of Garfield.
I will look into SuperEyePatchWolf more. We'll watch that. I love WWE. Who's your favorite wrestler? Who's your favorite wrestler? Why is it Randy Orton? I'm just kidding. No. I actually have been liking Penta a lot more lately. Did you guys hear Sheamus retired? After he won a championship too, I think, right? You like Kane? Based choice.
Davis is a marketing man first, and
out of female wrestlers, I like Naomi. For no particular reason. No particular reason. Knuckles is your favorite wrestler?
Trust me.
Sheamus was in a TMNT movie? That's cool.
Of Garfield. I actually
He's
disagree.
leaving.
I think this is a
Oh, he's leaving WWE. Is he going to AEW or something?
fairly cynical mischaracterization of Jim Davis.
The Garfield
can be
float.
traced back to a
Very
single
cute.
quote he gave 40 years ago, and is not really reflective of the dude of whom I have watched and read many interviews, who is the kind of person who still talks about wanting to make the whole world laugh with a single joke. But if I'm right about this, then why do
your Knuckles' towel holder? I can't.
And that being the case, how has it survived for 40 years?
I love Rhea Ripley. Mommy, she's great. She's great. I feel bad that she's been having like body image issues lately, but I think she's been doing better. I want to know your favorite Sonic game and character. Do you want to guess? Oh wait. I don't know if you know what I am right now. I'm in my Cedrian form. Roman Reigns. That's a good choice too. She's gorgeous. I love Rhea Ripley. She's gorgeous. Yeah. My favorite game, I have streamed this before. I actually don't stream that many Sonic games. I am planning to in the future. I want to stream Sonic and the Black Knight soon. I do a variety of things here for those who are new. We actually recently finished all of Sonic Boom on stream. That stuff's always a bitch. She's able to work. I hope she's able to work through it. Yeah, she's been Undertaker is great. Undertaker is where you get the original Hegel from. My favorite is Master Zik, and your favorite game is Sonic Drift 2. That's very specific. It's not. I'm very basic. My favorite Sonic game is Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, I want to play Sonic and the Black Knight, but I need to play I want to draw Lansoni. I want to draw Sonic and Shadow as their Sonic and the Black Knight forms holding each other lovingly. Sonic and Sword Swing Adventure. I know it was goofy. Unleashed is your favorite too? Yay! I played the recomp last year. It was great.
To be very generous with my
In fact, for those who are new, let me show off some of my Sonic art. I want to show off some of my Sonic art.
The appeal here. And while I am not going to defend the
actually, here's my Jax art
as we
first.
shall see later,
For
I
Digital
find
Circus fans.
104% of Garfield comics funny. I do think,
My
however,
favorite
it's worth looking
character?
at the reasons
Oh,
why Garfield's
both of those
humor
have
gets
bad
such
breath.
a polarizing
I can't.
reaction from people.
Here's
Jim Davis's
Pomni.
previous comic before Garfield
Here's
was
a
Born
Pomni.
the Gnat, which ended in 1975.
And then
he then spent 3 years doing, well,
here's my favorite
nothing
Sonic character.
before beginning Garfield in 1978.
There
And to
she
give that
is,
date
my
a little
favorite.
context, that is not this
I love
decade,
Cosmo.
or the one before that, or the one before that, or the one before that.
Here's some
or the
cute
one
art of her
before
and
that,
Tails.
But the one before that. Barring the old
No, it's okay. I want to see Sonato art. I want to see Sonato art. Let me make you
gods of
VIP.
media like Mickey Mouse and Peanuts, Garfield has been around
Here you
longer
go.
than practically any
I love
relevant
Tails Mo.
character in pop culture.
Hi, Trista VTuber. Yeah, it's my last stream for my hiatus. I have school starting tomorrow for like a month, and then I'll be back in August. I'll be back by the end of July with more streams, but yeah.
Day. And you can imagine this
Let me make you
lazy,
VIP.
rude anti-authority cat being
Zuzi.
a little more outrageous in the late 70s than he is today. In
Okay,
the same way the
you can
Simpsons
share
and
any
Sonic the
link
Hedgehog
now.
would have seemed wild and countercultural.
You
in
better
their
not hack me though. You better not hack me, but you can share
day
any
before
link.
it's slowly becoming mainstream.
Sonic.
That's exactly what happened.
In my
We
Garfield?
are just not old enough to remember it. And Jim Davis has
Here's
even
my
talked
other-
about this in interviews.
This is my
That
other
said,
Sonic
I don't
OC
think the
form.
appeal of Garfield is its
Sometimes I'm
humor.
a chinchilla.
I think it's Garfield. And what I mean by this
Did they ever get to
is
make a
that
3D
we
model of
all
Cosmo? Who?
want to
No
be
one.
Garfield.
Sega pretends Cosmo doesn't
Point
exist.
to make here. Think of everything you consider imperfect.
Let me
about
open
yourself.
on my
Physical,
phone first. I want to
mental,
see.
Emotional, whatever, any perceived flaw that
It
makes
says
you
this site
feel
can't be
shame.
reached. Oh, okay. I see.
Now, imagine an alternate version of
So
yourself
cute.
where those flaws
Sonic.
still existed.
Sega pretends Sonic
but
X
you
didn't
just
happen.
accepted
Solid.
them. You are in perfect harmony.
One
with
moment, I
who
will
and
pull
what
your
you
art
are,
up.
and that's it. And well,
Look at this one.
that's Garfield. Garfield
Is
is
it too big?
lazy. He's gluttonous. He's selfish.
Sonic
and
X is not
people
even canon?
constantly make fun of him for
It's
being
okay that I'm
fat.
covering myself. It's fine. Look
But
at the art.
he doesn't give a
Look at
shit.
this one.
He is perfectly content in who and what
It
he
isn't.
is.
I like your
and
art though. I'm gonna
his
show it in a second.
flaws are other
One moment. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen real quick. I just want to make sure nothing. Okay. Okay, we're good. Okay, look at this. Look at this, guys. Sea angels. Look at that. It's so cute. It's so cute. Check out Dizzy Dennis's art. Yeah. Okay, I'll put the video back on. Don't worry. I'm just gonna put it over here. It's very cute.
Those problems.
Thank you for
not
sharing.
his. And that is some
Are you a
seriously
Sonato fan?
aspirational levels of confidence.
I must
But
go
the
follow
real
you.
Genius of the character is he also has all
Yeah, it's pretty
these
close to the
traits
OG.
that allow us to
I
see
can't believe Shadow's
ourselves in
smiling.
him. Garfield hates Mondays. He likes coffee.
Oh.
He loves lasagna.
Here you go.
He dislikes spiders.
Lasagna.
He loves to
Here's your
sleep. He
lasagna.
resents authority. These
There's
are
your
all
lasagna.
very general, but what that means is
I
that
like
no
them as a
matter
duo.
who you are,
That's
there's
valid, that's
probably
valid.
something in Garfield
Here's Chip,
you're going to be
Since we're
able
talking
to
about Sonic
relate to.
Unleashed.
And that relatability combined with his more aspirational
Yeah, I
quality
wanted to,
creates the simple but
I wanted to see
massively
what link he
appealing
was gonna share.
cocktail of a character. And I think it's the strength of that appeal
Here's some more Sonic
that's
Unleashed
let
art.
Garfield survive for 40 years.
You remember that girl?
And I just want to note here that for as messed up as things are going to get this video,
I
there
think
is
being a
lot
real
of
Sonic fan
really
is appreciating
cool
it
and
at
wholesome
any
Garfield
capacity.
fan art from people who just earnestly enjoy Garfield's
I'm
comic and his world.
sorry.
One standout
Sorry.
being the
Not that
comic
one.
John,
I
which
meant to
tells the
share a
story of
different one.
older John Arbuckle
One moment.
rediscovering his love of art
It's
and
La. I
cartooning.
wanted to
It's
share the
just
one of
this
La.
super cute and endearing take on these characters.
It won't go
Granted,
away.
you don't have to
It
spend
won't go
that long
away.
looking for Garfield
I can't
fan
find-
art on
here we
the
go.
internet before
Yeah.
things start to get strange.
There you go.
Like Garfamon.
I
a
deserve
blog
that.
in
I
which
deserve
one
that.
intrepid
Look at her.
Garfield artist has been
I love La. She's so cute.
redrawing the entirety of Pokemon as Garfield, and
Who is doing this? Wait, guys. I'm sorry. I'm distracting everyone from the video, but who is drawing the entirety of Pokemon as Garfield?
I don't know
How?
how many there are because my
How do you
browser
do
crashes
that?
before I hit Gen 1. But what I think's really
Okay, I'm gonna get back to
interesting
my art
about
now.
Garfamon is it shows how iconic and
Rewind that.
malleable Garfield
I can. It's rewind time. Oh my god. What is this one? Is this one? What's the one that looks like the wheel in the ship. I forgot its name. I'm trying to decipher each Pokemon now. Wait, I know that one's Sigilif, I think. Right? We must know who is who. This one is Marshtomp? No, this is Marshtomp. This is Mudkip. I forget. I'm a fake Pokemon fan. Is there a Tyranitar one? There has to be. This one is Grovyle. And then this one's Blaziken. And then there's Zigzagoon. And then there's I forgot its form.
Tyranny of Pokemon.
Combuskin. Torchic. I love these. These are good. AI could never create this beauty.
As Garfield,
Swamp.
and I don't know how many
Blaziken.
there are because my browser crashes before.
Oh my
I
god, you're
hit
from
Jim.
Japan? Yeah, don't let me hold you up. Get a good sleep. It's nice to meet you again. Thank you.
But what I think's really interesting
AI could
about
never
Garfield
recreate this
is it
beauty.
shows how iconic and malleable Garfield's visual
Malleable.
design is. Meaning Garfield's visual design is recognizable enough to be twisted into
Thank you again, Shady
basically
Ken. Thank you.
anything and still read as Garfield. This will become horrifyingly relevant later. But it's not just Garfield's character design that applies to, but also the comic itself. Garfield's comic was a big part of his spread, designed to be as simple, timeless, and consumable as possible. Each one is entirely self-contained and rarely, if ever, touches off current events. And since even the early days of the internet and social media, people have been taking these comics and changing them. Something that's possible because of how
Garfield
simple
reminds me of
formula
Furby
they
horror
work
community.
off, with each comic following
Yeah,
this
what I was saying earlier, when I found that retro game on the floor, it happened to be when Wispy was around, and I was like, I brought it to the back so we could observe it, and I'm like, this is how the start of every creepypasta begins. It's like I'm about to be in Ben Drown, so I'm not unsealing those retro games I found on the floor, but my boss said I could keep them.
same three-panel structure. The first panel establishes the scenario. It is the morning and John and Garfield have just woken up.
I'm still gonna play
The
it by
second
buying
panel
it on
is the
Steam.
setup. Garfield is in an unusually good mood. And the
Streamer
third
looks up
panel,
curse
the
internet search,
punchline.
yeah.
Garfield is in a good mood because he drinks too much coffee. With the exception of the longer Sunday
He drinks
comics, this
coffee.
is how Garfield works. And just like the character himself, that simplicity was critical in letting as wide an audience as possible understand and enjoy Garfield. But it's also that simplicity that made the comic so infinitely
I wonder if it's worth
meaningful.
anything.
It is
Oh,
shocking.
we looked it up. It's only like $20 for a disc, which isn't bad because I basically found like $40 on the floor because it was two of them. But we theorized the crackhead, he took it from like a thrift store. He took it from a flea market, a thrift store, or a garage sale.
Easy to make your own Garfield comic from splicing together different establishment, setup, and punchline panels. And you can even try this yourself with the random Garfield comic generators. And it's that malleability that's led to scores
Wait,
of
what?
popular online trends.
I didn't like
such
hearing
as
that
replacing
word.
the last
I didn't like hearing that word. When was this video made? 4 years ago. I think that was before the AI apocalypse. I think we're good. I heard the word generator and I was like, I got triggered. It's my new trigger word.
panel of a Garfield comic with an image of Garfield smoking a pipe
Look at
and
him.
an unusual
Look at him. He's such a fat boy. He's so fat.
amount of these still work, but my personal favorite is the same, except the final panel now being Garfield being flung from a
Chunky.
window. However, in time, people also got much
TikTok.
weirder than that. For example,
What's
Silent
weirder?
Movie Garfield with one extra beat panel, Garfish, Garfield with pixel art from that one really bad Garfield game that never released outside Japan.
Should I play this? But also the Garfield verse is so vast. I didn't know. This is like the Spider-Verse.
Garfield, but the drawing keeps getting lazier.
I love Garfield
Multiple
without
choice
Garfield.
Garfield, except all the
Exactly.
comics from 1978 are color averaged together. Real life Garfield, uncomfortably close Garfield,
Uncomfortably
Garfield
close
evolves into
Garfield.
noise. Two Garfields, polarized Garfield, you get the idea. So
You get
Garfield
the
is
idea.
this iconic, appealing character communicated through this simple but infinitely consumable and recreatable medium. And I think this does go a way in helping us understand the existence of something like r/Alzheimer's group. While there is something undeniably cruel about this subreddit, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think there wasn't something interesting and even a little poetic here.
Cookie.
The idea that someone's final
Where was
tenet
the
to their
cookie?
own
I missed
reality
it.
is something
I was actually
as simple
drawing.
but recognizable as a Garfield comic strip, and the tragedy of when even that too starts to fade. However, this still doesn't take us any closer to understanding why Garfield on the internet is so, you know. And I think a real easy answer here
Horrifying.
is it's just the absurdity of making such depraved art out of something so simple and everyday. But as you
That's
may be able to tell
horrifying.
from the remaining
By the way, for those who don't know what this is like how the internet destroyed Garfield or something like that. That's what this is. This is a video by SuperEyePatchWolf. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure if you search up SuperEyePatchWolf and Garfield, you'll find this video.
runtime on this video, I disagree. I
Oh.
think there's genuinely something darker
Kaiju
and
Garfield.
stranger at play here, and I'm not even talking about the official Garfield's very occasional descent.
Does any
into something
VTuber have a-
weirder. I'm talking
Is there a VTuber that's like so obsessed with Garfield that they have a Garfield toggle? I feel like someone needs that.
about a darkness that lies at the heart of every Garfield comic strip. And to start to unravel what that is, I want to talk about the 28th of January 2008, when 27 very strange Garfield
There's gotta be a few
all
Garftubers.
simultaneously
Would I do that?
appeared on a
No.
previously
I wouldn't do it because I don't think I'm a big enough Garfield fan to do that.
unknown YouTube channel. The
Oh,
kind of incredible thing about Lasagna Cat now is
Lasagna
how
Cat.
weirdly ahead of its time it was. This was 2008.
He
and the
was
term
ahead of his
meme
time.
was still years away from
Peach
becoming
feel.
something people actually said.
That would
And
be my
yet,
only cat
Lasagna
form.
Cat made
Garfield.
memes of Garfield comics, but then became memes of themselves before you had even finished watching the video.
I watched the 3D
And what I
Garfield
mean by
show.
this
Is it
that
good?
Each video of Lasagna Cat
I know
is
one of the
broken
movies people
into
didn't care
3
for.
sections. The first is a live-action recreation of a Garfield comic. The second, the actual comic on which the first section was based. And the third, and by far strangest section, would take the footage of section 1 and change it. So this
This is it's good. Oh,
would become this.
glad to know. Good to know. I
Music video
remember
parodies, video
watching-
game references, 2000
I remember watching Nightmine's video on Gilbert Garfield, which was a very strange web series. I probably wouldn't recommend watching on stream. It's an interesting off-stream watch. I will check it out. I appreciate. Thank you. You have base taste, so I trust you. I remember watching Garfield cartoon back in the 90s. I liked it, but I was a kid. I wouldn't mind watching Garfield, like just regular Garfield cartoons on stream. I wouldn't mind.
internet humor.
I really wanna watch
Lasagna
more
Cat
Totally
was taking
Spies.
Garfield comics and contorting them into all kinds of strange things, but tantalizingly, underneath the sheer wackiness of it all, there was what felt
Thank
like
you.
a very subtle
I felt like I was going
disdain towards
insane.
Garfield. There was something a little grotesque.
I've seen a couple of the
and
Garfield movies. I
uncanny
have
about
not.
these shrunken actors with their sagging costumes.
I don't know what
and
Garfield media I have
human
consumed. Maybe a
hands,
movie.
Each skit ending with the same canned droning laughter that nearly highlighted the mundanity of these jokes.
Garfield.
I just know of Garfield.
This is a diagram of the food chain. You're
Is
here,
this Blue's Clues?
and that's a mouse down there. Any questions?
Where's pizza?
But
But the strangest part was how each
Peak
video
humor.
ended on a bizarre tribute to Jim Davis. This is one of the first really unusual things I noticed about the Garfield fandom. It has this kind
The
of
Garfield
feverish
fandom.
obsession with Garfield's creator, Jim Davis.
Why?
And I say unusual because in every other fandom I've covered, I don't know if I remember a single instance of the creator of those properties ever appearing in fan works, but Garfield is different.
Oh.
and over, Davis kept
I feel like at least one
materializing
ToonTuber has a
fireworks,
Garfield toggle or
often
Garfield
in
inspired
very
model.
strange ways. And
There
to the
has to be.
best of my knowledge,
Might these
Lasagna Cat
non-believers,
was the
Jim.
first instance of this happening. So, why? Well, if that was a question you asked in 2008, you'd be waiting a long time for an answer. After the initial upload day of Lasagna Cat, the channel would go silent. Days would become weeks, weeks would become months, and months would become years.
I have a Garfield me in the Switch. I can't think of what Garfield content I've actually consumed.
Internet obscurity.
Hi Tails Doll, welcome. Hello, hello.
It was such a shock when a full 9 years later, a new video appeared on the Lasagna Cat channel, ending with the text, telephone sex survey, February 9th.
What? This, I wasn't expecting this. Garfield's getting a new game. How many games does Garfield have? We're here about Garfield. I got curious after our last Defunct Land video where we encountered So Ivy recommended this Garfield video for me by SuperEyePatchWolf. It's pretty good so far, I like it.
2007.
There's actually a lot of Sonic stuff in here too, surprisingly.
Was the beginning of a strange rabbit hole of videos that led 2 weeks later.
Yeah, it's a cute franchise. I like Garfield.
Bizarre,
especially the dog. The dog is cute too.
Claimed if you called a toll-free number and left your name and the number of sexual partners you'd had,
what?
A Garfield web series would return.
Is this like an SCP? You know what Filian's doing right now, where she has like her own SCP for like, I don't know, hopefully a new model debut? Is this something like that? A Garfield SCP? Oh yeah, have a good day, Shadikin. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your Sonato emotes. I will also share them because I love your emotes.
Later,
have a good day.
Just like they had 9 years ago, 11 new videos were simultaneously uploaded to Lasagna Cat. And while they were similar in format to the old videos,
the Filian is missing thong. Well, I don't know about thong. I don't know if there's a merch like there. Like that. No. You know what you said. I don't know if she be selling merch like that.
So different. The first of the new videos begins as any typical Lasagna Cat would.
Who is this guy?
An old comic where Garfield steals John's pipe. But what's waiting for us at the end of the video isn't a re-splicing of the footage from section 1 that we're used to, but a
Garfield does have an SCP file.
Transformed his entire existence as he obsessively analyzes every tiny part of the comic in excruciating detail, his examination gradually expanding outward to the immortal nature of art and
I've seen many files of the
SCP
Foundation.
Humanity and even the laws of space and
should
time,
I watch
and
SCPs?
this goes on.
I still don't understand SCPs, and I've watched like 1 or 2 VTuber reacts of them, and I still don't understand them. Have you guys watched SCPs? Would you guys help me understand, like you help me understand FNAF lore? Garfield Waldo? Yes.
For an entire hour, and it might just be the best video on the internet. And somehow,
you can help.
Was just the beginning.
I expect nothing less from someone named Tails, though.
Charming amateur with a green screen feel.
I appreciate it.
For us in the third act of these videos now were shockingly.
Oh, I do know Izz. I actually put her in my Discord. For when I come back on the 27th, I'm letting you guys help make my schedule for me in the Seraph Summoning channel, my Discord server. There's like a few polls there, and Izz is up there if you want to watch that too. You can vote on it. I love Izz. Yeah. Garfield obsessed YouTuber, not VTuber. SCP is strange. SCP Foundation tried to get my ass many times. Why? That
transformed simple
Garfield
comics into these elaborate, surreal stories. Jokes about
when did he get lightning powers? Why does he need lightning powers?
Strange tales of the bag-headed Odie becoming a fashion icon before taking his own.
Is this like that episode of Sonic Boom where Knuckles put a bucket on his head and became an icon? I think it's that. But also, when did Odie get lightning powers? He literally smited Garfield.
Life and being condemned by Garfield to a hell
they went to heaven.
filled with
never mind, they went to hell.
John Arbuckle chimeras. Gags where John uses the wrong shampoo would now be mutated into, well, this is what they would turn into, and I don't want to describe this. Those simple Garfield jokes
video.
now being
Hi Ivy, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't I wanted to wait, but I really wanted to watch this.
Of the original with this just wild insanity, and even more
I wanted to wait for when you were here, but I really wanted to watch this. I have enjoyed it so far.
Each video still ending on those bizarre tributes to Jim Davis. But
I also didn't know Garfield had so much spicy art until this video.
Only in the final video ever uploaded to the channel that
it's pretty based.
would reveal.
I don't know if I watched any other of his videos, but I want to watch more.
The video was called Sex Survey Results.
Hi Desi Spark, thank you for the check-in.
Sex survey results begins.
I don't think I'm
John
old
Arbuckle
enough to watch
entering
this
his living
video.
room and sitting down to read the paper.
That says something.
But he hears a knock on his door and
Who's there?
I need an
to which he
adult.
answers,
We're only
revealing
adults here
a
though.
strange white mannequin.
What?
The mannequin giving its name and number of sexual partners.
Hey, my name's Garrett Smith, and I have had exactly...
Not in the Garfield font is diabolical. I can see why Garfield is labeled SCP-3116. I still don't understand. What is with the numbers in the SCPs? I feel so old looking at them.
0 sex partners.
Before the scene
0.
freeze frames and
Absolutely 0 bitches. Absolutely no play.
pulls out to reveal a near identical scene, and we begin again, but now with Garfield instead of John. The same events play
It's
out.
a index.
A new
I
piece
see.
of audio detailing someone else's name and number of sexual partners, and we cycle again.
If you
but
guys
now
have
Odie,
SCPs you want to
then
recommend,
again, back to John.
make sure you
again,
put it in Discord and I'll save it for Halloween.
And again and again.
Thank you for the lurk story.
And this continues for nearly 5 hours. All
Again,
of which I have watched,
and again,
most of which I
and
did
again.
live on stream. Watching sex survey results
Oh, he's a
in
streamer.
its entirety is exhausting, an exercise in mind-numbing repetition. But I think there's something kind of important in that experience.
Number
You're listening to all
SCP
these
is
different
anonymously
recordings of
1,
people
so
communicating
3116
what
means
is to
documented
many a
3165.
pretty sensitive
That's a lot
piece
of lore.
information, and it's weird.
Will
and
there be
even a little
candy?
Uncomfortable.
For
But
Halloween?
you just go numb.
I can make Sonato candy
After
for
an
you guys,
hour,
yeah.
It stops feeling weird, and after hours, it stops feeling
There's
like
candy.
anything, because anything
Trick or treat.
repeated enough times loses all meaning. Not unlike a comic strip running day after day after day.
Anyone can write an
after
SCP
day
page.
after day
I still don't understand.
for
I've seen some really
40
well-made SCP
years.
YouTube
And
videos
it's
though.
at that point
And
when that
I
feeling
tried
is at
watching them.
strongest and you
Still
are
don't understand.
completely numb to whatever is happening. That Lasagna Cat hits you.
I could
with
find an
what has
introduction
to
video
be
for you, a
one of
fun
the
short
most
one.
Infamous and
Yeah, I could save it
shocking
for a different
pieces of
stream.
footage that is allowed to exist.
I wouldn't mind doing a stream just dedicated to only SCPs, maybe around like end of August. So we could save up. We could what's the word? Max for then. Thank you. Thank you for the 30 stream
At this
streak.
point, the scene has
I am an
descended
Isis
tonight.
fan. I like
The
Isis.
mannequins have begun to take
That's how I learned
strange and
about
grotesque
that's how I learned about Rainforest. I really want to watch her videos on stream though. I really want to showcase it because since we're in such a Garfield craze after we found I need to show it one more time. This is why we're watching this video. We're watching a Garfield lore video, how the internet destroyed Garfield.
shapes, and John
Thank
answers
you,
the
Tails, though. I
door
appreciate it.
one final time.
And also, hi,
only to
Twinkle
be
Toes,
faced with
welcome.
John Arbuckle, 2.
It's an internet open writing project where anyone can submit a new article/entry. So it's like creepypastas? Is that what SCPs are? They're like creepypasta?
And immediately, this second
I
John
see.
ages about 30 years. This new, older John Arbuckle now
Kind
wandering
of,
the
but better
streets
written.
alone,
Yeah.
frightened and confused. He finds a dried out husk of a cat, which
Cat?
teleports him to a massive ravine.
That looked
Where he
horrifying.
encounters a strange naked shaman who attacks him before.
I don't know how to. I like this censor. I don't know how to get away with this on YouTube. Isn't this like. Are you more powerful walking around like this? I feel like I would feel less powerful walking around entirely naked. I would feel very vulnerable. How do you do this? How do you become this powerful?
Teleporting behind him and whispering silent words in his ear.
Lasagna.
Before John collapses into a pile
Lasagna.
of worms and dirt.
Worms?
The shaman roars.
Was
and
he
we
Oogie
hard cut to a
Boogie?
young girl screaming in
People say the
bathroom
Sonic
of a
fandom can
public
be
school.
weird.
We're given extreme
Yeah, I think we've
close-ups
been
of
at
her birthing a
I think the Sonic fandom has officially been out weird champ.
stillborn child, and she steps back and stares down in horror before saying something in Polish.
Polish?
Te dziecko jest coś z ciemności. Ja porodziłam ludzkie przekleństwo.
She leaves, and we get one final shot of the child, but now a ginger cat is perched
Kitty!
beside it. We cut.
Good
cat
cat,
is
good
now
cat.
gone, and the baby opens its eyes before the screen is filled with a block of bright orange.
Well, that was a nightmare. But I actually think that Lasagna Cat has something
Lasagna.
really interesting to say. But to get there, we're gonna have to do a little legwork. Earlier in this video, we asked,
Yeah, I know, right?
what
The
is
fuck?
Garfield?
What
But
is a
now,
Garfield?
I would
Most
like to
of it is a
ask,
Garfield.
what is Garfield?
Considering I'd had little history
A
with
cat?
Garfield, I knew to answer this, I would need to immerse myself in him, to understand the comic on an intimate level. And so I committed to reading 400 Garfield comics. But not just that, I wish to study them.
He deep dived in the lore. He was like balls deep in the lore.
And so I didn't just read Garfield, I collected data on Garfield.
Yeah,
I
this is
noted
SuperEyePatchWolf.
every observation I had
Welcome,
in a
welcome,
large
Circuit.
Google spreadsheet. And through
Hope you're
this,
doing good.
I
Hope you're having a
established
good
that
day.
Garfield was made up of roughly 11 different
This
kinds
might be
of
my
jokes,
first
such
SuperEyePatchWolf
as
video.
humor derived from the fact that Garfield is lazy.
I'm gonna
slash
try and
gluttonous,
snooze them.
Absurdist humor.
I'm gonna try and
relatable
snooze
humor,
them.
other
7
humor,
minutes.
which were either
7
recurring
minutes.
jokes too sporadic for their own category, but mainly jokes about Garfield doing things a cat would do, the joke being that he's a cat, or
Meow.
jokes about Garfield doing things a cat would not do, the joke being he's a cat. These are my least favorite kind of Garfield joke. I
I've
measured
seen this
for a
video before
variety of
twice,
different
really?
variables, such as the amount of
Is it
fourth wall
that good?
breaks, which was 4, or instances of Garfield becoming suicidal, which
What?
was 2, or how many times the comic made me laugh, which was precisely once. And
Garfield,
it was this
why?
one. After many hours of collecting Garfield data, I sought to answer a single question that would surely help me understand Garfield and by extension, Lasagna Cat. What was the most common type of joke in Garfield? And when I tabulated the results, what I saw
Yeah, it's that
shook
good.
me.
Mhm.
What was I looking at?
That's good.
This couldn't be possible. And I grew concerned. The 400 comics I had pulled from were a combination of every comic on the Twitter account Random Garfield, which algorithmically pulls 3 random Garfield comics every
I'm
day,
thirsty,
as well
John.
as this YouTube video ranking the
Oh,
top
Ivy, did you see my
100
new
Garfield
redeem?
comics. Perhaps this video was a mistake. Its author's
It's
biases
beautiful. It will
tainting
be
my
there
study.
forever.
So I proceeded to read 200 more Garfield comics.
Look in the
chosen
top right
completely
corner,
at
Ivy.
random from Garfield's web archive.
Boom.
I tallied the numbers again, and no, impossible. This time the results were even more pronounced.
It's beautiful.
Was I subconsciously selecting Garfield comics to affirm my own biases? I couldn't allow this. So I committed to reading an entire year of Garfield.
Thank you, Natasha.
Each
Thank you,
month being
thank you.
selected from 3 and 4 year intervals across Garfield's 4 decades, bringing my total number of read Garfield comics to 956. But
that's a
then
lot.
I was struck with an idea. What if I committed to reading every Garfield comic in existence? Then my data would be pure, complete, and indisputable. This is when I encountered a problem. When I sought out the estimated total number of Garfield comics in existence, that number was 14,000.
Oh, have a good day, Natasha. Have good sleep.
Was there that many? This video was already taken.
Thank you for lurking so long. I appreciate it.
And at this point, I'd already spent several days reading Garfield comics, and yet somehow I had only consumed...
What do you guys think takes longer? Do you guys think watching all of Dragon Ball or just takes longer? Reading all of Garfield or watching every single Dragon Ball episode? Back to back, no bathroom breaks.
6.83% of all Garfields!
Oh God!
In this video, the very concept of Garfield began to feel gargantuan.
How is there so many?
Impossible. Entirely beyond the grasp of my feeble mortal
Can you skip filler? No.
I decided that reading 14,000 Garfield comics was not a realistic goal.
That is a realistic goal.
This a failure.
Dragon Ball?
I am sorry.
Once a day for a year.
I read up on sample sizes and learned that my current yield of Garfield
Garf's got like 40 years of comics. Dragon Ball is only 25-ish years old. I feel like Dragon Ball is larger. Longer. 30.
Forward. I tally the final numbers and rank.
I still feel like Dragon Ball is longer.
Joke from 11 to 1. The results frighten me. I am now going to share this specific breakdown with you because I need you to see what I see. Before we begin, I want you to ask yourself a question. What do you think is the most common type of joke in Garfield?
What is
and
lasagna?
I want you to hold on to that guess
lasagna?
As we proceed down the list. At number 11, we have
number
jokes
11.
centered around Irma, the local cafe owner, and how she's bad at running her business. These jokes make up just 0.42%
good guess.
of Garfield.
It's lasagna.
Just above that, at number 10,
isn't it?
With 0.5%, were jokes based around Garfield's girlfriend Arlene.
Oh, really?
At number 9, with 1%, was humor derived from how much Garfield hates Nermal. At number 8,
Nermal?
2.3%.
What about Mondays?
Is comedy conveying Garfield's hatred of
Gotta
spiders. At number 7,
wait, you haven't seen the Garfield urinal? The Garfield urinal is why I'm watching this video, because I wanted to learn more Garfield lore. Wait, we must show it one more time. One more time. Also, since I paused, just a warning. In 3 minutes, you guys will be yeeted to 3 minutes of ads. Don't worry about missing anything. I will pause the video during the ads. Yeah. Think about how SuperEyePatchWolf started their YouTube career because Wooly wasn't rocking with Hunter x Hunter. I love Hunter x Hunter, though. I like Hunter x Hunter.
Was relatable.
Yes.
This was the first major
the Garfield urinal is one of the best things to be created.
Built on one simple, relatable quote would have
I left for a moment to find the right things, and you came back to peak, which is the Garfield urinal.
Number 6 at 4.7% was whimsy derived from Garfield's abuse of Odie. Number 5 with 13.7% was mildly surreal and absurdist humor. At number 4, with 16.8%,
we've been giving SuperEyePatchWolf a day, a month for years. Nice.
And again,
came back to peak. Exactly.
I was shocked not to see this further.
Gobble gobble.
At number 3,
I'm hungry, John.
4% is other. These are the
no, I like
jokes
that joke. It was funny.
And at number 2, with 18.8%,
get back there.
is a mystery category that I will reveal much later in the video. For dramatic effect.
Dramatic
now,
effect. I can't.
Before I unveil number 1,
number 1.
And ask you again, what do you think is the most common type of joke in Garfield? At number 1, and by far the biggest shock on the list, was a category I never even would have guessed existed, and it's called John is pathetic.
What?
John Arbuckle.
He's just like me, for real, for
He lives
real.
alone, has no real friends outside his dog and cat, and is constantly lonely. And these are all things that the Garfield comic takes joy in ridiculing.
For real, for
In
real.
typical John is pathetic gag works like this. John says he's not going to call women for dates anymore, that he's going to wait for them to approach him. We see him waiting, and then we see him waiting what appears to be several months later. Jokes like this are
Dr.
very
Living
common, not
Tombstone,
just
I
in how
presume.
women find John actively repulsive, but in how he is pathetic and should be ridiculed. And you can see this in how the comic portrays his intelligence, his hobbies, his fashion sense, to even his physical strength and inadequacy in anything that could be considered.
We like that after
remotely
watching this
masculine.
video, you will never see
Across
Garfield the
nearly
same.
1,000 comics, I measured
After,
zero
like, the
cases of
first-
John showing any admirable.
After like the first few minutes, no, because I learned about how much spicy art Garfield has. Non-sub Sea Angels, I'm going to play the ads real quick so then we could get back to the video. And don't worry about missing anything. I'll just be listening to music while the ads play, okay? I will see you non-sub Sea Angels in 3 minutes. After what I've seen, I know how things turn out. Yes, that's every fictional character. True. True, true, true. Alright, we'll put this on, Here, actually, I'm gonna link the video in chat. For those who were curious on it. In case you guys want to go, I don't know, like, subscribe, comment. Am I subscribed to him? I am, actually. I am subscribed to him. Okay. Just making sure. This is the perfect place to pause when he's the most pathetic. VOD watchers skip 3 minutes ahead. Oops, you guys can't even see what I'm drawing. Or at least what I'm trying to draw. I'm trying to draw Zubal's hands. Hands are hard to draw. But Zubal's hands are like a little bit easier because they're just like spiky. They're just pointy. You don't have to worry about the curvature being too right? I think as long as it's like, oh, this looks like this, you've gotten good art done. I should have played Garfield music in between this, but I don't know what Garfield music is bussin'. Line art's looking good. I've gotten barely any done today. There's Garfield music. That's my question too. Is there Garfield music? I mean, there's Garfield Kart. What music plays in Garfield Kart is a real question. Alright, the ads are about to end. I'm gonna repost my going live notification one more time. And then we'll get back to the video. Welcome back from ad hell. We're gonna continue the video. Thank you for waiting. I highly appreciate it. For anyone just joining or watching SuperEyePatchWolf, we're like halfway through this video, but it's interesting to learn about Garfield lore. I've learned quite a bit today. I can guess the cartoon theme song might be okay. Maybe. But let's get back to it for those who have been waiting. I'm so sorry. Thank you for waiting.
Qualities. Meaning, whereas Garfield is something to be aspired
We hate
to,
Mondays, then do
John
yard work.
is something
Yes.
to be laughed at. Even when John did find
Oh,
a girlfriend in
Lulz
Liz,
time. Thank you for the
28
follow.
years
Welcome,
into Garfield's
welcome.
run,
For anyone just joining, maybe for the first time, I am Peachael the Seraphim, banished VTuber. I do art to play games, and right now I am watching something while doing art. Yeah.
and only after fans begged Jim Davis to end
I hope
John's
you're doing good. I
loneliness,
hope you're having a good
he's
day.
still treated as this pathetic character. And I think there's something kind of sad about
I did
that.
not
A
watch
person whose
is
only
this show
purpose is to be
pilot.
ridiculed and to be trapped
I didn't
in
know.
that existence.
I didn't know Is This had a show pilot. It is certainly a day of all time. Wait, why is it a day of all time? Is something happening that I don't know about? Because I've been getting a lot of follows today. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's called Wastelandia. Nice.
For 40
But this is
years.
this video is how the internet ruined Garfield or something like that. It's by SuperEyePatchWolf. Oh yeah, it makes sense that I'm watching this on a Monday. I recognized your avatar from my Oshi. Oh, thank you. I haven't been on there in a while.
And where this gets
I
even
think it
sadder
died.
is when you start to
You
consider
hate
the
Mondays.
comic from John's
Mondays are actually
perspective.
usually my day off of work. Believe it or
Across
not.
that same
I
range
do
of
have to go to
comics,
work
I
after
measured
this, though.
156 instances of
Rip
John
the
displaying
VTuber
some kind of
MySpace, I
negative
know.
emotion or mental
It had so much
anguish,
potential. It's not
anger,
dead though.
Depression,
I'm
lethargy.
thirsty, John.
But if you're a casual reader
That's
of
why
the
we're
comics,
watching the
it
video,
might
by the way,
never feel like
because of the
that.
Garfield
As whenever
urinal.
John does begin to sink into despair,
We watched quite a
Garfield
bit
is
of
there to
things here.
deliver a witty punchline
We're also gonna
and
watch more
diffuse
Totally
tension.
Spies
But
soon.
here is where we
But not
start to get
today.
into the
When I come back from my break.
Somebody
nature
mentioned the door
of
to
reality
darkness?
and Garfield. See,
You really want
as
me to
the
talk like that right
audience,
now?
as the readers of this comic,
Yes, the Frenchie me
we can
Totally
experience
Spies.
Garfield's thoughts through the visual device
I'm
of
thirsty,
thoughtfulness.
John.
But critically,
Uh-huh.
this is not the case for John. Across every Garfield comic I read, I didn't record a single instance of
Look at
John
my Zooble art.
ever directly reacting
Look
to
at this
Garfield's
Zooble I drew.
thoughts in a way that couldn't be explained by him.
Look at them, they
intuiting
slay.
Garfield's body language and expression. And that information is critical because it means the reality we are experiencing and the one John is experiencing
I'll get
are
art done
entirely
eventually.
different.
Oh.
And this brings us to a
The
question.
Garfield, yeah.
What is it really like being
The Garfield
John
urinal.
Arbuckle?
It's
On the
beautiful,
13th of
isn't
February
it?
2008, a Garfield fan comic
For
was
those who don't know why I have that, I was watching like Defunct Land last stream, and they were going over on like the Garfield amusement park, and that apparently was actually something Jim Davis drew. Yes, that was something Jim Davis drew for the Garfield amusement park. Actual concept art by the Garfield creator. Thirsty John. I should have put a cooldown on that.
uploaded to Tumblr, and it looked.
I
just
made that
like a
redeem just
regular Garfield
yesterday.
comic, but with one
Jim Davis is a
critical
freak.
difference.
But would
The
you guys use it? Would you guys use it? Though, that's the real question. I wish I could use it, but I don't have the parts for that. Did I ever tell you guys I have dreams where I always want to use the urinal? But I can't. I can't do it. So then I try to aim and it doesn't work. You could use it, Peachy. Yeah, if I try hard enough, if I aim the right way, I could use it.
first panel depicted John sitting alone with the dialogue, "I've done things
I
in
would
my
use
life that I regret." The second panel shows nothing, just John, his remorseful
John.
silence.
John
unbroken.
Lasagna.
The final panel of the comic punctuated by nothing, just a slight shift in John's expression, like his regrets are washing over him. What this was just a
John is
regular
depressed.
Garfield strip with one key
John is
difference.
depressed.
Garfield.
Then I could
had
tell
been
people I
removed,
pissed in
and because
Garfield's
of the
mouth.
very specific way John and Garfield
Well, it's what the creator wanted apparently at one point. Even though that was a scrapped project and that never became a thing. It was just concept art.
communicate, the comic still works. But whereas before Garfield's punchlines could distract us from John's misery, that's no longer the case. And this was the beginning of the bizarre and morbid webcomic Garfield minus Garfield, which lets us experience the true crushing reality of John.
Is
And
this
some of
just
these
depressing?
comics are
Is this
really haunting.
Is this
There's one in
depress
particular
maxing?
that is either very hopeful or
Oh God.
Very devastating, depending on your perspective, where John says, "We can't do anything about the past.
Oh.
But we can do something about the future."
Hey, that's kind of hopeful. That's not that
Before he
depressing, at
just
least.
Disappears.
It's just sad, John.
Garfield was not the first instance of people removing Garfield from the comic to produce this kind of effect, but it was what popularized the idea online that there may be something very wrong with John Arbuckle. And over time, other fan works began to explore this in similar ways. Realistic Garfield, for example, conveyed similar themes by just replacing Garfield with a realistic cat who could not talk, as did fan comics like Arbuckle, while animations like Meat Canyon's Lasagna brought the idea of John's
Meat Canyon
even further.
I actually haven't watched that many Meat Canyon. How many?
Lunatic who holds his
oh my God, that's a terrible place to pause. How many Meat Canyon fans are in my chat? Because my best friend, one of my IRL best friends, really likes Meat Canyon.
Terrified victims captive and forces
Should I
them
watch
to play
that?
the part of Garfield.
I wouldn't
and
mind.
Woody, as
Oh
he
my God.
warps back and forth
He's a
between
dog.
the John Arbuckle we know from the comics and something much, much darker. The reason all these pieces are important is that they show not only that there is something kinda wrong with John Arbuckle, but also that that is something that even in the early days of Garfield's online
Meat
fandom,
Canyon is what we call her.
people picked up on. But where things
I want to read it out loud, but I feel like I shouldn't. But I like that.
get even stranger.
Can I screenshot
is
that?
when we look at this
Your
through the
mind is
lens of
beautiful.
what John
I love
Arbuckle
this.
was originally meant to be. Remember earlier when I said that Norm Nat ended in 1975, Jim Davis then spent 3 years doing
the
nothing,
man
and
cave.
Garfield started in 1978? Well, that was a lie, but I framed it this way because
Beast
for decades,
mode, I'm afraid.
that's
Ivy
what
is just
people
that
thought
powerful.
was the truth. Listen to any interview in which Jim Davis speaks about the origins of Garfield, and he'll wheel out the same anecdote about the failure of Norm Nat because insects are not appealing characters. And how that
It is
realization
amazing.
led to him
It is
looking at
amazing.
dog-centric
Ivy's mind is
comics
beautiful.
like Peanuts and Marmaduke, and saying to himself,
Marmaduke?
what if I can create a similar character, but for people
Marmaduke
who
fans
like
in the chat?
cats? And thus, Garfield was
I might
born.
steal that.
Except this version of events also ignores the existence
Beautiful.
of Heathcliff, another surly, round, orange cat who predates Garfield. Bye.
Oh, wait, so Garfield ripped off somebody? We are a clan of the people.
About 5 years.
I
and
love
this isn't
it.
relevant at all, but I just think it's funny. However, this telling is a lie, or at least not the full truth. Because you see, in the period between 1975 and 1978, there was
Callback from
a
earlier, so the
third
dream you dream
one
to
that was
use the
only
urinal
discovered in
successfully.
2019
Yeah.
by
I
intrepid
constantly
Garfield
have dreams where I try to go attempt to use the urinal and I'm not successful, sadly. I wish.
historian Quentin Reviews.
I don't have the
and
parts
this
for it.
comic was simply titled John. There are two
John.
very strange things about John. The first being how closely it resembles Garfield. Everything from jokes to entire layouts are repeated across the two series. The only difference being that the
Forgive
main
me for
character
this.
here is John. Davis has spoken a lot about how John
Wait,
Arbuckle
why
is
are
an
you gonna say
analog
something
for him.
mean?
Both grew up on a farm, both live in Muncie, Indiana, and both
Just
are
do it.
cartoonists. In fact, Davis originally
I love
wanted
that.
to
I
use
love that
the
meme,
character
actually.
of John as a way to voice
Don't let
his
your dreams be
frustration with
dreams.
the comic strip industry. Which, if you look at where Davis was in his life when he first started writing this character, that tracks. John started just 2 weeks after the
When did
failure
Garfield
of
start?
Nat, and
I'm so dumb. I forget. When did Garfield start? Was this like the 70s? How old was he? How old was Jim Davis when he started Garfield? How old was he when it popped off? 1978. Damn, that shit's old.
you can feel that
There's such
frustration
lore.
in these early comics. In one instance, John even turning to the camera and saying how he thinks the content of this comic will land him in trouble with parents groups.
I've
And while
seen those,
Garfield still
Ivy.
featured
I've seen
heavily,
those.
There were strips where he just
But I wanna
didn't
pee at the
appear at
urinal.
all. with scenarios more focused
It doesn't.
on
It's not the same,
observational
Ivy.
humor derived from the perspective
It's not
of
the
a
same. I want to pee
single
at the urinal.
man. But it wasn't long into the run when that started to change, with jokes more and more centering around Garfield.
I think, like,
and not John.
okay, I'm gonna draw
The
this for a
final
second.
strip of
I'm gonna draw this
John
up here.
being published on
I'm not gonna draw
August
anything
8th,
bad.
1977. The strip
Oh, here's the
returning a
urinal,
week
actually.
later,
The Garfield
but
urinal's
now
still here.
named Garfield.
I think,
And
like,
within
if
a
I
year,
try to use it,
Garfield would be
here's like
syndicated
a
on
little
national
graphic.
level, becoming the newer version
If I try
of
to
the
use
comic
it,
we are all now familiar with. The second thing
I have to,
find
like,
so strange
bend
about
myself
John is
like
that while
this
Jim Davis is
for it to
often
go.
happy to laugh about the
Is this too
failure
much
of Your
information?
Nat, he barely ever speaks about John, and when he does, he only talks about it in the vaguest
We want the
of
real
terms,
deal. I
as
need
if
the
it was an
real
idea in his
experience.
sketchbook as opposed to an actual
I think, like, this is
published
the
comic.
only way I can use
And I
it.
can't help but wonder if there's something to that. If the idea of a comic that was meant to be his own
My
perspective, his
God.
own outlet on life, was
Why?
a failure, overtaken by a fictional character he created. Even
We figured you
stranger,
would
as
instead, like,
Garfield
straddle
went
it.
on,
Secrets
the
guys
similarities
never get to
between
hear.
Jim Davis
Or
and John Arbuckle.
here's another way. Here's another way. What if you, like, if you don't have the parts for the urinal to use the urinal, what if you just, like, put yourself on the wall like this? You, like, stick yourself to the wall like Spider-Man, and then it's like that. That's what Japanese toilets are like. You guys seen those Japanese toilets? They're like urinals, but they're on the floor. But yeah, and then you could use it like that if you don't have a penis for the urinal. Is it? Am I onto something? Sometimes when wearing skirts out in public, we are tempted to go into the men's bathroom and just hike up our skirt at the urinal. Do it. Do it. I wish I could show the picture of Astolfo cosplayer doing that, but it's great. The squatty urinals, yeah, the Japanese urinals.
Began to disappear.
I like how we're
John's
having a
job
whole
as a
stream
cartoonist
dedicated to this
practically
fucking Garfield
vanishing
urinal.
as he devolves into the pathetic shell of a man we now know.
He's
And
just like
I'm
me.
not saying here that I think Jim Davis has some deep-rooted trauma that is
It's a bit of a risk to
manifesting in his
do.
daily newspaper comic.
Oh
I think
yeah.
Jim
I won't even say. I will say just like depending on your location, some people are not that open about that. Or some people are not that nice about it. That sucks though. That sucks. I'm sorry.
genuinely do not think that. But I do think that this perspective adds a lot to this strange meta-narrative of a man overtaken by his own creation, abandoning the character he once embodied, and that character now being trapped in a life of existential suffering. And here's the thing.
Suffering.
If I was the
Why
only
are we
person who
here?
saw this, then there
Just to
wouldn't
suffer?
be a story here. But I'm not. Let's go back to those last 5 minutes of Lasagna Cat.
Lasagna.
Lasagna Cat ended 2 years before the discovery
We love
of John,
suffering.
but even then, what John adds to Lasagna Cat is kind of chilling. Like in that final scene, when that second John ages, he begins to bear a striking resemblance to Jim Davis, the person we now know John was originally meant to be. This
John?
new strange
What is this?
combination of Jim
Where is this footage from? This looks like this looks good.
Davis and John Arbuckle, lost and clinging to the husk of a cat he should have let go of a long time ago.
Lasagna Cat.
Before he comes face to face.
Why
with
does this
a
look like a
version of
game?
Garfield
Oh,
that's
lasagna.
become independent
Is
from
that what this
him
movie
and
is called?
now
Lasagna Cat?
Strange and frightening. Before Davis crumbles to earth, outlived by the very thing he created, which is
Ooh.
immediately followed by the bathroom scene. And what's interesting here
The
is that if we
bathroom
translate
scene.
the girl's monologue from Polish, it reads, "This child isn't mine. This child is from the darkness. I've
Darkness.
given birth to humanity's curse. My soul will be
That's gonna be in my
swallowed
history
and
now, the
vomited
urinal guy
and
meme.
swallowed
There's a
again
Miku version.
forever.
Yeah, I've seen the
Such a
Miku one
joke,
too.
But no one is laughing.
Don't ask why I have all
My
these
blood
pictures.
will remain.
I mean, I can't show you guys the
Death isn't
pictures, but
end. I am in hell. This is hell. And while I can't show it on screen, in that final shot, the baby is shown wearing
baby.
a blue shirt identical.
Have I seen the
to
Domino's
John
ad with Miku? I think I
Arbuckle's.
have.
For pieces of art like this, I think there is
Let me look it up.
lot of different interpretations that you can make. But for me personally, when Lasagna Cat is taken in totality, it becomes this bizarre statement on what happens when the things you create become
Yeah, I think
more
I have.
powerful than you. How Garfield has become this
remember this.
semi-immortal entity evolving past
It's
both
cute.
John Arbuckle and Jim Davis. And I mean this literally. Garfield is no longer even created by just
Yeah.
Jim Davis. He has an entire
forgot-
team of people working under him.
There was lore behind that Domino's ad, wasn't there? I know it was like an official ad too. Right. It's silly. It's cute.
Who've become so adept at
Miku needs to be in more
Garfield,
stuff. We need
their
more
work
Miku
is
product
now
placement.
indistinguishable from
She's very
his.
marketable.
Davis has even spoken about selecting a replacement so that Garfield can continue.
There's lore about
long
everything,
after
yes.
he's gone.
I like
But
learning
here's
all the lore.
It's not just Jim Davis's reality that Garfield has had this strange effect on. It's also ours. That might sound weird. I mean, how relevant could
That's what
Garfield
history
actually
is.
be in the modern era? Well,
You know what's
if
so
I was to ask
funny,
you-
Ivy? After you were complaining about how America has like no history because it's only been like 200 years or something, I called my abuela last night for something different. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm watching this show."
To appreciate a man's beauty.
Hi, Sofu-chan. Welcome. Could I get a shout out for Sofua, please? There's a Miku Doodle Bob plushie done on YouTube's. Nice. No, don't say marketable. Doll. Take it as marketable. Don't make me into a marketable plushie. Senado bestie, welcome. I was telling a story. So Ivy the other day was complaining about how America has like no, it's not rich history. It's only 200 years old. And then my abuela last night, she was like talking on the phone. She was like, "Oh, I'm watching this show how they're celebrating 250 years of America." And yes, that's how my abuela sounds. I love her. She's great.
which character out of Superman,
I just thought it was a
Goku,
funny
and
coincidence.
Garfield was the most syndicated, which would you pick? And if you picked any answer other than Garfield, well, that was a strange choice given the subject of this video, but yeah, it is Garfield. After multiple decades in thousands of worldwide newspapers,
We aren't sure it's coincidence.
Garfield has an
I don't
estimated
know.
audience in the
It feels like a coincidence because you were talking about it the other day. Is there like, I don't know. I
hundreds
forget.
of millions.
Considering it was
the
July
New York Times had to change how it
You're right. I'm stupid. I forget July 4th is basically America's birthday, right? I'm like a fake American. You know what? I'm fine with that, honestly.
its trade bestseller list was categorized after 7
Look at
of
him.
its 10 slots
Look at
were
this boy.
occupied by Garfield.
People say that,
And
but it's
today,
not.
His merchandising sales are at an estimated
cute.
$800 million to $1 billion, and that is
Yo.
a lot to sell in 40 years. Oh,
I don't know. What's more, this or Hello Kitty? I think Hello Kitty still sells way more than Garfield, but Garfield is like on par there with Hello Kitty. American tourist. Oh no. Don't tell our president. Don't tell our president. And then he's gonna be very sad to find out I was born here. I was born here, so was most of my family. Ha, suck it. I'm Puerto Rican, bitch. You can't get me.
Wait, that's every year? That's every fucking year in products.
243
that
years
twist
ago.
Garfield into
Oh, I
every
see.
conceivable form you can
Oh, it's been
imagine.
250 since the
For
signing of the
example,
Declaration of
Garfield
Independence.
soap, Garfield air
It was more like 6 to 7 years before they signed Congress into law. America was ahead of its time.
fresheners, Garfield
air
cushions,
freshener?
Garfield teapots. a
I swear,
poster with
I didn't even say that on purpose. I was just reading what Ivy said and then I realized. Oh, look at this one. This is a poster?
Garfield as a ninja, Garfield headphone holders, Garfield
Headphone-
thermostat.
Okay,
Garfield
I've seen the
commemorative
clock.
coin, Garfield digital alarm
Thermostat.
clock, Garfield's key hanger, Garfield piggy bank,
Piggy.
Garfield Walkman, Garfield
Walkman?
globe, Garfield ice
Okay,
skates.
I need to know how many of y'all have had a Walkman. I need to know. Tell me. I think I've like had my hands on a Walkman before, but I've never used it.
Garfield boxing
We are
gloves,
35.
How to insult your friends, Garfield book.
I want to find the
Garfield web
retro.
browser, Garfield
The
amusement
retro. We've
park
had a
ride,
Walkman.
Garfield's personal
Nice.
massager,
Do you
a
still have
Garfield
it?
mug, another Garfield mug, a much dumber Garfield mug, a Garfield a Garfield mug, another Garfield
Another Garfield mug.
a much dumber
Why does it say big bottom? Oh, is Garfield a bottom? Is that what this mug is trying to confirm? Is this part of the lore? He's a bottom. Confirmed.
Garfield mug, a Garfield mug that is even dumber than the first.
Your
dumb
brother
Garfield
had a
mug.
Walkman.
Existential
Oh,
Garfield,
nice. Why
another
me?
existential
Why me?
Garfield. Slightly too many Irish stereotype Garfield. Garfield waistcoat.
Why are there
Unwell
so many
Garfield.
St. Patrick's
Garfield
Garfield?
Satan Garfield.
We think
Slime
Garfield is
Garfield.
ace.
Child Garfield.
That might make sense. That might make sense. He does have a big bottom.
Illegal
He is a
Garfield.
cat.
Another fucking Garfield mug.
Another
I
fucking
don't know
Garfield
what this
mug.
is. Table
What is that?
Garfield. Yet another table,
Table.
Garfield. Garfield prison tray.
Wait. Prison tray? What is this? I like this table. I never did, unfortunately, but I used to have a portable DVD player and random red iPod my mom found and lost in her job. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't get to have one.
Garfield. Yet another.
Look at this table. It's so cute. Actually, wait, there's a Snoopy in the background. What's more marketable, Garfield or Snoopy? I feel like Snoopy because it's way more family friendly, right? No. As we recall in the past, I remember the Forever Alone guy meme until we forget he exists. The moment we exist truly alone. Very existential.
Table Garfield.
He's having a
Garfield
midlife
prison
crisis.
Tray. Sex Garfield.
Sex Garfield is wild. Ivy, I don't think he's ace.
Table Garfield. Garfield prison tray. Sex
Explain. Explain sex Garfield.
Garfield. Far too large Garfield. Nightmare Garfield. This horrifying bedsheet. The deeply cursed Garfield eats.
Eats?
What is this? Why? This
To be
Garfield
fair,
jigsaw,
ace.
which was
Yeah,
so
true, actually. He just took a bubble bath. You know what? You're probably right. He gets freaky on Friday nights. What is this? Is this a Garfield jigsaw? Oh, he's right there. He's right there. He's playing poker. Good for him.
some reason I can't quite pin down, puts the fear of God in me. In the mid-80s, a small coastal French village began to suffer an unusual phenomenon.
Oh, I know this
plastic
story.
Garfield phones began
I think
washing
Is it, since we're talking about Isis, I think Isis has gone over this before.
on shore.
I like this.
No one knew
where they started
came
having
from
all
or
this
why this was
Garfield
happening,
merch.
but it continued for 3
I linked you
decades.
the Izzy.
A
Oh, thank
mystery that
you.
was only
Thank you,
solved
Sparkle
in
Puke.
2019 when the mysterious phones were traced back to a lost shipping container. We have so saturated this planet with Garfield merchandise
Yeah, I
that
love
even
Izzy.
the Earth herself has begun to reject it. But if that's the case, why don't we notice Garfield more? Why don't we see him everywhere in every day? And the answer is because they don't
Wait,
want
was this a Tekken mod?
in every day.
Is that Tekken?
And the
I'm not
answer
exactly like, what is this? Or is this Soul Calibur? I mean, I see Tubi. Even the Earth herself has started to reject it. I know, right?
is because they don't want us to. In the early 1980s, a production accident led to a Garfield plush with suction cups attached to its hands and feet. Paws Inc., the holding company for Garfield, didn't expect what was a botched product to sell well, which is why it was such a shock when the toy
Whoa,
was
his
so
teeth.
popular. It led to a wave of car break-ins where radios
I think that was
and
Soul
purses were
Calibur.
left behind and only the plush
I don't know
was
what
stolen.
custom. I think it's a mod though. I think it's a mod, and most fighting games have mods. I actually played Soul Calibur on stream. It's one of the few fighting games I played with. After watching this video, you will see Garfield everywhere. You're welcome. Thank you. We cursed you. That's a blessing. It's a blessing. I think I might make a Garfield toggle. Would you guys want me to hold Garfield in my hands? I like that toy Garfield I want. It's so cute.
Sales climbing to a staggering $50
But thank you.
million.
Thank you.
And what did Jim Davis and Paws
How would I
Inc.
make
do?
Garfield yaoi? What do people ship Garfield with? If I ever get a car, I also want Garfield. You would do crime for Garfield?
We pulled all plush dolls off the shelves.
I don't know. Doesn't
for
he hate
5
Odie?
years. They didn't want
Humans are
Garfield
greed.
to be a
Simple
fad.
plushie.
They wanted
Look
to
at that.
silently inject him into every part of our daily lives.
They hate
where
fuck.
he could hide in plain sight. Silently
So I should draw
growing
Garfield and
into one
Odie
of the most dominant
as my
fictional
next toggle,
characters
my
on
next
the
yaoi
planet.
toggle.
And here's the thing. they succeeded. What I'm about to tell you is not a joke. This is not some Space Jam 2-esque hijinks.
Are you sure?
This all happened over the course of
It's gonna be a
this
joke,
video,
isn't it?
An experience I call the Garfield phenomenon. It began in small ways at first.
Oh yeah,
I'd
I've
be
seen the
watching a
Tails
TV
doll.
show and oh, hey, there was Garfield.
How about Garfield and
I
Heathcliff?
look at Instagram. And,
We did see Heathcliff earlier in this
my-
video. I
my
forgot
friends
Heathcliff
were
existed.
posting about Garfield and oh, a text.
Uh,
I guess Chris Pratt is playing Garfield in the
Wait.
new Garfield movie.
is he? Wait, is he? And also, why does he not look like he's dead this time? You guys remember when he was announced as Mario and it looked like they shared his memorial photo or something? His obituary photo.
Strange timing. Wait, why is
The
Toby
gray one.
Fox talking
Oh, the gray.
about Garfield and
The gray
sexy
cat.
goth
I don't know.
Garfield began trending?
Actually, can I draw myself with Goth Garfield instead? Would you guys accept that instead of a toggle?
On Twitter, I began to feel slightly uneasy, so maybe I'll just try and
I'm not
relax and
complaining.
look at some gaming news and oh,
It's Garfield.
hey, I guess Garfield's the new character in that Smash Nickelodeon fighting game.
I told you he
Isn't
was
that
in there.
grand? I'd been watching ReZero, which I did not like very much. And
Oh,
someone
no.
told me that Garfield
Oh, no.
appears in the second season, which
Where?
just can't be true. And what the fuck? A friend sent me a picture of a mural in an old house.
So is he gonna like come out of nowhere and be like, oh, Incineroar is also Garfield? He's crashing out. He's crashing out.
And there was Garfield staring at
Goth
me
Garfield's
with what I can only
great.
describe as some
Everything
kind of
is Garfield.
all-knowing contempt. I was now doing whatever I could not to think about Garfield, and I agreed
see
to watch
Sonic.
the first episode of the new Dexter.
There
with
has
my
been
partner,
Sonic lore in
and
here, Sophia. This is a Garfield video, but there's a little bit of Sonic lore in here.
What?
Dougie!
What the fuck did he just say?
What?
everywhere I looked,
Oh my god!
I saw Garfield.
Wait, here's another thing you like, Sophia.
Did he just say?
Everywhere I
You're gonna have a bad time, John.
looked, I saw Garfield. But why?
Garfield!
Why was this happening now?
We got therapy.
That answer.
Did you need it because of this video? I'm joking. I'm glad you got therapy though. I'm glad. I've been enjoying this video. Thank you for recommending it, Ivy. I highly appreciate it. Was it normal girl also? I forget.
Would come to me.
I know Garfield does have a
and it
girlfriend,
did
doesn't he?
so
Garfield
in the
car.
form of a phone call.
You're not gonna like Mondays.
Hello.
Hi, son.
Oh, hey, ma'am. How's it going?
John,
Hello.
I know you're working on your video of Garfield at the moment, so guess what? I found the picture of you with your Garfield.
Oh,
Guys, am I dumb? I forgot the whole time we were watching SuperEyePatchWolf. I forgot. I didn't realize until now, until I heard his mom's voice, that he's British. He's British, right? I'm so used to listening to the British that I don't hear it anymore. Irish. Oh, Irish. Wait, is that why he showed the Irish Garfield? I didn't hear it anywhere. And it's just like, you know when you hear accents so much, I hear all types of accents. There's a streamer friend I have who is Irish actually. Her name is Raton Moon. I'm so used to hearing accents that I don't hear it anymore. I'm just like, oh, that's the person's voice. You guys like Irish people? Here you go. Uh-oh. All of Ireland's gonna come for Peachael. The whole UK is gonna come for me right now.
ma'am, I don't think that was me. I was never actually that
I remember when I
into
watch people with an
Garfield.
accent for too long, I'm gonna start copying it. That's cute. Raton is cute. Garfield. Ireland isn't a part of New... It's just Northern Ireland. Yeah, I forget. It's Scotland. Isn't it Scotland? Isn't it Scottish that's part of it? I forget. But I think she, No, I think she... Okay, I'll stop talking. All the British people are gonna come
So,
after me after this.
Earlier in this video, when I said that
I just didn't realize he had an accent,
into
period,
Garfield.
is what I mean.
That was true. I don't remember.
Scotland is part of the UK
this.
still.
I don't remember owning this massive Garfield doll, but that is me, and that is my mom, and this.
Sometimes we block out traumatic experiences. Maybe he had an experience with that doll. I don't know. I don't know.
Happened. I just don't remember. And this is when it started to click. That when you look for Garfield, you begin to find him everywhere. Even in the past.
In the past?
Is the Garfield
I'm surprised SCP acknowledged Garfield as anomaly.
Is all around us, and he always has been. We just never noticed. But my
Is that a chocolate cake? Look at that Garfield.
Now,
he's so fat. I love him. I want it. Give me.
So are yours. If
so
an
are
alien
yours.
Race dug through a ruined Earth,
why did they give Garfield liposuction? This is like when this is like when they made Pikachu less fat. Wasn't he fatter when he started? Fat Chud Garfield affectionate. I love that.
These are the 3 keys in unlocking what Garfield has become on the internet.
Make him fat again. Make Pikachu fat.
To be as simple and consumable.
Yeah, but Garfield was Garfield fat when he first started.
Becomes unintentionally malleable and recreatable.
In the show, Garfield has a dad body. I love that.
One of which unknowingly touches off a bizarre meta.
Why are we whispering?
Of a man being overtaken by his own creation.
I think he's afraid Garfield's gonna hear him.
In time, becoming an entity unto itself. One that has laid just outside the perception of man for 40 years and will remain there for infinitely more, transcending humanity itself. This is the bizarre modern reality of Garfield, and now that we understand it, we may enter the world of I'm Sorry, John.
What a Garfield mug, I know,
October
right?
22nd,
I'm sorry, John.
A comic
you want to drink from Garfield's ass? Wait, I missed the mug.
Awaking late one night.
I missed the mug that you were talking about. I was actually drawing.
Very wrong. His room.
I will look for it later.
In an eerie orange glow.
Not the whole Garfield texture pack. Everything is Garfield, even the walls.
Material covering his walls, his furniture.
I'm thirsty, John.
Home. He goes downstairs to try and discover the source of this problem, and upon entering the kitchen, he sees Garfield.
Speaking of EyePatchWolf's mom,
bizarrely
is this good or bad news?
His skin spreading outward, covering every surface of his home.
This is horrible.
So hungry.
I'm hungry, John.
Realizes with horror his entire home with him in it.
Please say someone's gonna make an indie game like this. Please, please, please. I need to play this.
Been ingested.
Garfield's skin is all over the walls.
I'm sorry, John.
Sorry, John.
Was the beginning, and in the years to follow, more and more strange and frightening depictions of Garfield.
Occasionally on Versus Wolf's podcast, SuperEyePatchWolf hosts with Wooly, they talked about concepts of notions.
Only to take disturbing turns,
Garfield
often portrayed as something alien and unknown.
Is he Akira? He's Akira now. This is Akira.
One of the most popular of which was 2017's.
You have a fat bootleg Pikachu. I want it.
Webcomic whose early pages were focused on John's depression.
I'm lonely, John.
An uncaring, nihilistic Gramfell. But as the comic continued, Gramfell began to reveal to John not only the inherent unhappiness of life,
you will be Garfield. Everything will be Garfield.
Of his existence.
God will be Garfield.
Trapped in a webcomic, breaking John down to his core components and trapping
is God
him in
Garfield?
strange and surreal realities over and over. At one point, even transforming
Garfield
the very
boarded
webcomic
the
of
house.
Gramfell
Yes.
itself into a different series called Jan and Gram.
Pretty sure you could find one in the flea market for Pikachu. Yeah.
Cute and peaceful life he's always wanted before John is ripped from his serene dream and in the final page is forced to acknowledge that he is alone, and he always will be. What I find so fascinating about Gramphil is it's that same dynamic of John and Garfield, just brought to a cosmically nihilistic extreme. This was the core concept of what would inform everything that was to come, but notably Gramphil never felt truly frightening or disturbing.
For those that don't know, notions are basically instances where an Irish person forgets their roots, which small and petty. Oh, I didn't know. I am uncultured.
Because of the simple pastel cuteness of its aesthetic. And if the horror of Garfield on the internet was going to truly solidify, it needed an aesthetic. And in the following year, it would get it. In 2018, an image would be uploaded to Instagram from horror
In one of the most
artist
recent
Will
episodes,
Burke, one that depicted
SuperEyePatchWolf got notion checked by his
horrifyingly
mom.
Garfield clutching a tiny frightened.
So was that like a vibe check? Also, this is horrifying. So vibe check?
John with the text,
when a person takes
John,
credit for anything positive.
I require lasagna.
Something about this image resonated with people, and it became wildly popular online, becoming the first in a series of 5 illustrations.
I
Each
can
one
smell you,
depicting
John.
Garfield as a grotesque.
Please give me an indie horror game like this. I would play it. Where I'm running around from Garfield. Have you guys ever played the Sprite Cranberry horror game? I think Dashi XP played it. It's great. This is like the same type of vibes.
Swollen monstrosity.
I can hear the 28 Days Later song. Is that where this is from?
Flesh and sharp insect.
That horror game does exist. The Garfield horror game.
Through his home. And while the sheer horror of seeing Garfield twisted into such nightmarish forms were a huge part of the power of these images, critically, they also captured the kind of hopelessness of the character of John Arbuckle, but channeled it into pure horror. One illustration showing John terrified and clutching a shotgun as a grotesque centipede-like Garfield emerges through the door behind him. With
this is like Little
reads,
Nightmares.
Bullets don't work, John.
The final image of this series depicting a gargantuan
hi, Dreamer
Garfield.
Memory. Hello, Dreamer Memory. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day. We're learning about Garfield. This was supposed to be... I thought this was going to be wholesome. Garfield's got a whole SCP going on here.
Now towering over a helpless,
I am hungry, John.
As he whispers,
"The world
is that world though?
End, John."
These images would rampage across the
Garfield
internet,
is nightmare
being
fuel.
posted, reposted, and upvoted tens
Honestly, this goes hard. This would be a great album cover. Look at that spider, Garfield. Where's my lasagna, John?
Thousands of times, and would become the blueprint for everything.
Where's my indie
Garfield
horror
would
game?
become online. As different artists began to create
Oh god,
their
I don't
own
like that one.
interpretations of Burke's work,
That one gives me like
such as
trypophobia.
animator Lumpy Touch, who took Burke's illustrations
There was an
and
Earthbound type game on
reimagined them
this.
through stunning and horrifying.
This is well pixelated. I won't lie. Was it like a mod? Was it like a mod?
Pixel art animations, not only giving these still images a new horrifying dimension
Oh,
through
God.
movements, but also reframing them as a 2D survival horror video game.
Oh, you
Lumpy
get to
Touch taking
shoot?
this concept even further later on.
I
with
would play
both a
this.
first-person
Lumpy Touch is
recreation
awesome.
of the original I'm Sorry John comic,
Oh,
as well as creating
there is an indie horror game on that thing. I want to play it. Lumpy Touch is a good pixel art. I think I've seen them. before. This one's cute too. Look
a
at this.
tutorial for his own
John.
fake Garfield survival horror
wanna
game
play.
in which the player is hunted by one of 13 Gorefields, all based on the different zodiac signs. And what I really love about
that's
this is you
hardcore.
can see that kind of existential horror introduced by Gramphil,
I
as
do
well
see
as
like
the more
the
grotesque body horror
how this
introduced
could
by
end up in
Burke,
an Earthbound
now
somehow.
being spliced with other mediums and genres.
This
of
would be a good
horror, and you can
Earthbound
see this
mod.
continue to evolve
I've never
into
actually
other
played Earthbound,
illustrations
though.
like those of artist Omega Black, who took the idea of Garfield horror
Lasagna
and
Boy
introduced a
Garfield, then there's
cosmic
Garfield
eldritch
Game
feel,
Boy.
like this image in
Oh,
which
I
Garfield
see, I
states,
see.
I no longer require eyes, John.
John.
Which I am pretty sure is a reference to the 1997 film Event Horizon, a sci-fi horror
FNAF has a
which
Garfield
group of
mod.
astronauts board a lost
I've only
starship
ever
that has
played the
returned
first
from
FNAF.
hell, featuring the infamous line,
"Where we're going, we won't need eyes to see."
Omega Black's other illustrations only expanding on this Lovecraftian style of Garfield horror with a
I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I thought you were talking about Five Nights at Freddy. You were talking about Friday Night Funkin'. I'm so stupid.
grotesque centipede like Garfield stating
That would make sense. There's a lot of mods for that game.
John.
or John being held
I'm
captive
so
by cloaked Odis before an impossibly
I like
massive
both of those games,
multi-armed
though.
Garfield booms.
I don't know why I'm yawning when I have to go to work soon. Five Night Freddy.
Each new piece of
Yeah.
Garfield's fan art added to this idea
Friday
of
Night
Garfield
5.
as a cosmic, horrifying being, sometimes referred to as Creepy Garfield or Gorefield. And
Oh, there we
this
go.
is
There's the
what led to
Gorefield.
October 8th, 2018, and the creation of the subreddit r/I'm sorry, John.
I'm sorry,
There's nearly
John.
a cult-like feel to I'm sorry, John. Its title plaque reading.
How is Peachy anyways? It's been a while. I've been good, don't worry. I've been good. I hope you have been good, Dreamer Memory. I'm not sorry, John. We've been doing quite a variety of things. We actually watched all of Sonic Boom recently, and we played the Madagascar game. I want to play more stuff. We've also been playing the retro horror game I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That one we haven't finished. And I hope when I come back from my hiatus after... I'm going to be taking a hiatus after today until the 27th. I hope when I come back I get to play that. Or we could play more Hyrule Warriors. Yeah.
Surrender yourself to him and be saved. This is a community of nearly 800,000 people dedicated to bringing to life this new...
I thought he was just going to say 800. What do you mean 800,000 people? What is this? What is it? Don't let the cat in the fridge. Who let the cat in there?
new version of Garfield the internet has
He's
created,
not sorry.
as well as his infinite torment of John Arbuckle. And maybe, like I did, you're thinking, no,
No, I
Garfield's
don't like that
not
one.
evil. He's
Ah!
not trying to hurt John. It's not like that mystery number 2 category of
Number
Garfield joke is
2.
in fact humor based off Garfield's
Burger
torment
King foot
of John.
lettuce.
But that's right, at 18.8%.
Oh, no worries,
nearly
Blake
1
Hartz.
in 5
No
Garfield
worries.
jokes center
Hopefully we
around
didn't wake you
Garfield
up.
causing John mental anguish. And it's not just that. Another variable I measured for was the amount of times Garfield showed empathy towards John or tried to comfort his suffering in any
How much
way.
do I have left
And
of this
across
video?
nearly 1,000 comics,
I gotta start getting ready for
that
work
number
soon.
was 0. So,
I can go until
in
this
the
video
same way
ends.
Garfield minus Garfield reveals something real, if unintentional, about Garfield, the same is true in I'm Sorry, John. Garfield has always been about a
It's fine on
person
you, no
trapped
worries.
with a cold, nihilistic
Anytime you
being
guys
that
spend with me, I
torments, and
appreciate.
It's been that way for 40 years.
Imagine
And
waking up
all
on 3 a.m., turning on
r/I'm Sorry,
YouTube,
John
and you find us
does
in your algo.
is bring that concept to a
watching Gumball for
horrifying
hours.
extreme. This is the
I
reason
like
think so many
Gumball.
pieces on I'm Sorry, John have this odd kind of power to
I think
them.
Gumball
Their
ended,
horror
right?
is rooted in being trapped with something
I didn't expect so
awful
much
and
horror.
inescapable. But what's really fascinating about the horror of I'm
I am a
Sorry,
horror
John
fan, though.
is how different artists have approached this idea in different ways. I like categorizing things, so I've identified what I think are 3 basic kinds of
It did. I
horror
think it
on
came
I'm
back.
Sorry, John.
Oh,
The
really?
first being physical Garfield
I liked
horror.
Gumball.
These are pieces that twist Garfield into strange and frightening creatures, sometimes into amalgamations
hell?
of unsettling
He's
body
Akira.
horror, but more
Again.
often swelling Garfield to such nightmarish proportions that there is no chance of John ever defeating, escaping, or even surviving these grotesque beasts Garfield has become. And what's interesting here is how many of these pieces evoke or even directly reference the FromSoft games Dark Souls and
FromSoft?
Bloodborne, which themselves create a lot of their horror and emotion
Dark
by
Souls?
forcing you into battles with these massive and horrifying creatures.
That dog has a sword in its mouth. Very cute.
and
But also,
emotion
where's
by
Garfield?
forcing you into battles with these massive and horrifying creatures that feel impossible to
Oh my
overcome.
god.
It's
Yo, that's
that
aura.
kind of physical hopelessness that
If like
these
horror, I
pieces
got stuff for
create.
Halloween.
And just like
Whenever
those
we do
games, the
horror.
more extreme
Yeah, I want to do
examples
more.
of this kind of Garfield horror carry a cosmic.
I actually don't mind those like scary dash cam videos and stuff.
Garfield is now so large, so impossible,
So
that he begins
large.
to feel like some kind of terrible deity, a being of such immense power and scale that it throws into chaos our own
Such
sense
immense
of
power.
humanity's place in the universe. Whether we
Welcome
really
back,
are the
Tigre.
dominant species we've always assumed, or just dust in the wake of something much greater. I just read that line and I can't believe we're talking about fucking Garfield. The second
I
type
can't
of
believe we're
Garfield
talking about
horror
Garfield.
is more intimate and psychological. Here, it's less that Garfield is a physical threat as much as it is the subtle, insidious damage he's doing to John's mental state, sometimes in the form of an awful, malicious creature who constantly follows John and goads him, driving him to do terrible things.
Got something for
but
Fallout
sometimes
New
as
Vegas,
a
the story
delusional
marathon.
presence in John's
Ooh,
own.
would I be able to watch that even though I don't know much about Fallout? Also, this is the horrible, horrible place to pause. But yeah, I'm actually interested in Fallout lore.
Mind,
But I haven't played it.
manifestation of his
Okay,
internal struggles,
that's
be
good, that's
they
good.
depression,
I like videos like
addiction,
that. That's
or
how I learn about game
worse,
franchises.
in a way that feels similar to your Shinings, your Silent Hills, or reading your own comment section. These
Reading
pieces
your
are
own
much
comment
rarer, but what I
section.
think's awesome about them is how they
Nowhere
take
is
that
good to
bleakness that's
pause.
always been a
We're
part of
not
John's
safe.
character and express it through Garfield. There is a third type of Garfield horror, and these are my personal favorite. Posts that focus on a more existential
cute.
form of terror.
Wait,
The
I'm so
simplest
sorry.
examples of this are pieces that
I know I'm saying oh cute, but I know it's supposed to be horrifying. It's like cute. I don't know. He's round. I can't find it scary. I have bad luck to pause things, yes, like I did on Sonic Boom. A story marathon, a collection of short game horror stories, creepypastas. Ooh, I would like that. I would like that.
existential form of terror. The
Thank
simplest
you,
examples
Tails
of this
doll.
are pieces that trap John in these impossible and infinite liminal spaces where there is no escape and he will forever be haunted by Garfield.
Ooh.
But other scenarios are more elaborate, like when even
Why am I
death
saying ooh?
itself can't
Why is he
release John
dead?
from
Why is he the flowers? This is edgy. This is like vent art. Our orange cat is just our orange cats we own, yeah.
Garfield's grasp, showing Garfield as this immortal, unending being who will always return to plague
Oh.
John, or even the opposite.
Oh,
like in this one
God.
comic where John
Not
takes
the-
his own life to
not the
escape
wiggly rice.
Garfield, only to be brought
Do you find
back
gluttony
to life
from
by him.
from
so
I
his
forgot which one's
suffering can
gluttony.
Continue. Other pieces are stranger and even
Is he
more
extra
abstract,
round?
like
Are they
showing
extra
Garfield as
round?
these grotesque
Gluttony.
physical parasites that have attached themselves to
FMA.
John and are feeding off him.
Yeah, he's actually
while
kind of
he
cute.
is trapped in these
I kind of like him. He's round.
strange, unending dream
I
worlds.
remember.
And I think where this particular kind of horror gets
Yeah.
really powerful is when it's combined
I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be horrifying, but this is actually very funny looking. Thanksgiving, John.
And I think where this particular kind of horror gets really powerful is when it's combined with the more psychological type of Garfield horror we just talked about, like Lumpy Touch's Relax John, which we mentioned earlier.
Oh,
and what I think is so
Lumpy Touch,
great
yeah, the
about this
pixel artist you
animation
guys
is it
mentioned.
shows John returning home late one night at his most broken, his life now destroyed, having lost his job, Liz, and even Odie. And it's at this point, when he's at his absolute lowest, that he is most vulnerable to a being like Garfield, who offers John an escape from his miserable existence in the form of comfort, but in reality
How does he have a
drags him
laptop?
into a frightening nightmare.
Oh.
And I love this so
This
much
animation's
because it is
so good.
such a fantastic example of what Garfield has become on the internet. Garfield is despair. He's the part of John
Despair.
that makes him feel weak and insignificant, who pulls him down and traps him in realities dark and frightening. That is the core horror of
Oh
Garfield.
God,
and
what did they do to Odie? Odie didn't do anything wrong. They abstracted him.
And I'm sorry, John. It's interesting to note that this concept has only continued to evolve online in sub-communities like You're Welcome, John, which is a more wholesome, if
Free
still
Odie.
very disturbing relationship between John and a cosmically nightmarish Garfield, as
Oh,
well
God.
as I'm really sorry, John, which I cannot even talk about if this video has any hope of staying
No.
monetized. Hey, by the way,
No.
this video is nearly definitely
Ain't no way they shipping Garfield and John out here. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
going to be demonetized. And so I have a Patreon. There's one tier, it's $1. So
I
yeah.
can't.
But hey, look, either way, I appreciate you watching. You can even see this very defined kind of Garfield horror being transplanted onto other fictional
is that
series
The Office?
with I'm Sorry John's occasional non-Garfield
Simpsons?
weekends. And while I
Adventure
really love
Time?
these pieces,
What's this one?
how do I look? With your eyes, Bert.
Did they put Bert and Ernie in Berserk? Nothing is sacred.
With your eyes.
With
God,
your
that's so
eyes.
good. I think it's interesting how, at least to me, they
Peppa.
never quite carry the same level of impact or
Peppa.
meaning as those based on Garfield. Not only because of how deeply
Garfield has a
rooted the horror of
competition,
I'm
not
Sorry,
another
John
orange cat.
is
He's
in the
blue and
very
it's called
core of
Gumball.
Garfield, but
That's
also
his competition,
in how when
Gumball.
taken with everything else we've talked about today, these pieces begin to transform what these characters are, and in particular, John Arbuckle. When I started this video, all John was this schlubby dude. But over time, that started to change. I watched him go from this character with a very defined
Teletubbies
purpose
got the
and
same
reason for
stuff
existing
too. Eldritch.
to
I've
someone
seen
who
the Eldritch
loses that purpose and
Teletubby art.
succumbs to the world
I've
around
seen the
them,
horrifying
a
Teletubby art back
pathetic
in my
joke.
day.
And it's like that
Back in my
experience
day.
causes this deep emptiness to well up inside them. A despair that makes life feel meaningless
Despair.
and impossible in a way that the Garfield comic can barely
Slender
contain.
Tubbies.
Till one day, that
Oh, shit.
despair begins to manifest.
We have 9
as
minutes till the video
Garfield,
ends.
an entity that
Don't worry
traps
about the
John
ads.
in this deep
I will
and
make sure the ads
horrifying
don't play.
delusion,
I will use all my
warping
snoozes.
every part of his reality. This entity, with each passing day, growing stronger and more frightening, as John falls deeper into despair. And when I think of this late stage of John's existence, there's one artist in particular
Oh.
that comes to mind.
The snoozer.
Part
Yes,
of
I
what
will use the
makes
snooze.
John's work
All
so
the snoozes.
powerful and frightening is how intimately they seem to understand each particular kind of Garfield horror. Some pieces show Garfield as these massive, monstrous beasts whose mere
Ugh.
existence conveys
How do I
this
fight that thing?
horrifying physical futility. Others
I wanna
show
go in a
Garfield
boss
as
battle with
this
Garfield.
gargantuan and
You guys think I would
grotesque
win?
Parasite, as this insidious force that's been with John since the moment he was born, and for years has manipulated and contorted every part of his life, draining John, until finally Garfield has grown so powerful that he's now more a god than anything else, so infinite, cosmic, and terrifying that he's become John's entire reality.
Depends on the Garfield.
John,
I think
now just a
Teletubbies
speck
are
of
the
dust,
OG warped imagery
hopeless
to
and
my
terrified in
the OGs of warped imagery to my recollection. I think so too. I think the first scary Teletubby looking art I've seen was by the artist Tania Catclaw. I don't think they will have it up now. They're primarily a tattoo artist, but their art is great. They're disturbing just being them. Yeah, the Teletubbies were already disturbing before they were creepy tubbies. That's what they were called, creepy tubbies. No, don't worry about the ads. I'm gonna try and snooze the ads so we can finish the video, and then I know who I'm gonna raid. Yeah.
face of this thing
Simple
that
Shadow the
he
Colossus
created
Asgore or Asgore from
till the
Undertale.
end of
Mhm.
time. And I think there's something really
For
powerful
bosses?
about these images.
I need to play Shadow the
The
Colossus.
beautiful thing
It's like
about
Twilight
horror
Princess. I
is
want to play
it
it.
lets us externalize the things that haunt us. And when I look at the work of
Omega Black or Lumpy
That's
Touch
pretty.
or
Wait, that one of the boar was actually pretty. Do you seek the truth, John?
And when
That's
I look
so
at
pretty.
the work of Omega Black or Lumpy Touch or Rajam, what I see
I think you'd like Shadow of the Claws.
is a
I never got to
person
play it.
struggling.
I've heard about it as a kid
Someone
because it's like
whose
Twilight Princess.
existence stopped making sense a long time ago.
Yeah, I want to play it someday.
And who's just trapped in this horrifying distortion of what their life should be. And I think there's something very human about that.
Very human.
When I think back to the very worst periods of my life, what comes to me is this feeling of being trapped in my own mind, that there is
I like how he's having this whole very serious talk while wearing this fucking outfit. It's very amusing.
something in me that is distorting how I see the world and the people around me and everything, and it's horrible.
Horrible.
It's a nightmare. And I think the hardest part of it is the feeling that it's never going to end, that the way you feel in those moments is how you will feel for the rest of your life. And if you've ever struggled mentally or emotionally,
This
you
is
know
deep.
that fear. And it is that fear that I've never seen visualized better than in fucking Garfield fan art. We all want to be Garfield,
We all want to be Garfield.
but we all
Do you guys want to be Garfield? I would be a
John
cat in general.
Arbuckle.
No.
And the thing is,
You're saying I'm
those bad
pathetic?
times, they do never
He's
last.
right. I am pathetic.
They do end.
We are all Garfield.
And I think that's why I find this final piece so hopeful.
What is the final piece?
The piece is done in Rajam's traditional.
I'm so sorry, Flint. You're coming as I'm ending because I have work soon and I gotta. Yeah, we're about to finish up the video. Hi, Flint. Welcome.
pen and ink style, but with a subtlety that makes
I'm
it feel
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
carved from
I give
stone.
you a shout out to make up
shows
for it. I really wanted to watch your video. I was waiting for you, but I didn't know. I was about to watch it without you. I'll save it for next time though.
Defeated and broken.
Whenever
a
that would be.
sandaled
The
foot
27th.
Pinning him to the ground, which belongs
No worries, Flint. I
to
deserve
an
the bonk.
angelic John
Angelic.
Arbuckle. Tears.
I definitely want to be the
rolling down
big
his
back
face,
sleeping
his
Garfield.
Wings raised in this
Yes,
just
let's be Garfield.
glorious.
We're learning more about
art.
Garfield.
And it's like,
Flint, you want to see my new redeem?
after everything we've watched John go through, after all the loneliness, the depression, the complete loss of his identity, leading to the dissolution
It's in the top
of
right
his
corner.
reality into this infinite, abject
I'm
nightmare.
thirsty, John.
After all that, somehow.
But yeah,
he's
this was my
made it
first Super
to
Eye Patchwolf
this
video, I think.
moment.
This might have been. I want to watch more of him.
He's taken his life back from the shit that haunts him, and it's fucking beautiful.
Bussin'.
And maybe
Yeah, I haven't
This
watched that
won't
much of him, I
last.
think. Does he have Little Nightmares theories? Because there
Maybe.
was one
There's
YouTuber that
still
sounds like him that I used to watch that
darker
had a lot of
times ahead.
Little Nightmares theories.
but it doesn't matter. Because in this moment, he's okay.
I might have to end this a little bit early just because
John's okay.
we're almost done with the video, but
And look, I get
I'm
it.
like running out of
I get that
time.
having this strong an emotional reaction to what is
What?
most certainly a Garfield
Divine
shitpost
intervention forced
is
him to wear eye
ridiculous.
patch for health reasons
But
recently.
goddamn, that is what I do here.
Yeah, I like video
take
essays like
my
this.
hope where I can get it.
If you guys want to request video essays like this for me to watch,
The
join my
title
Discord
of
server.
this piece being
There's a channel titled
The
React Content. You can share it there.
Of John. Oh, I put the costume.
You
back
had that on the whole time.
because I was worried that this part might be too heavy.
Oh, okay.
without it. And also I paid
I
a lot
love
of
it.
money for it. What makes the Forgiveness of John?
Yeah, I'm gonna
so
do it.
powerful
I'm
to
gonna
me
do
is
it
that
soon. Don't
in
worry.
Isolation, it is an amazing piece of
I
art
should have
and
put that for
real
this stream,
technical
honestly.
achievements.
We were watching a
But
lot
when
of other
taken
videos.
with
I watched some other
everything
glitch
else we've
pilots
spoken about this video,
that I didn't know existed.
it becomes the concluding chapter of a gigantic meta-narrative that is formed around John Arbuckle.
I put the thing in the wrong channel. I'll be back. Oh, if you put it in the Weeby web channel Tails though, that's fine as well.
The Forgiveness
If you
of
put in the
John
channel right
being the
above it, I
third
don't mind.
most popular
You could leave it
post
there.
on r/I'm sorry John of all time, as well as adorning its front page. And I think it's
Ooh.
awesome that so many people's individual works come together to pull such an incredible story out of something as
So
simple
much.
as a daily comic strip about a cat who likes lasagna. This is what I love about
Lasagna.
fandoms. When you stare at
Give
the
him
long
lasagna.
enough, these beautiful and
Give him more
strange stories
lasagna.
start to emerge that are distorted and honest and amazing. And whatever else you want to say about the nightmare of the modern day internet and social media,
I put the Halloween horror there to
I'm
keep
glad
safe.
those
Yeah, no
stories
worries.
have a place to exist.
I will make a playlist
that's
for
pretty cool.
when the time comes. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. I highly appreciate it. If you guys would like to stay up to date with me, join my Discord server like I showed in the chats earlier. You can also check out any of my socials. We're going to be raiding someone I haven't raided before. He is a friend of Mega Manuel. His name is Mog. He's playing a retro game. He's playing Mega Man. He's playing Mega Man. Speaking of Mega Manuel, he's playing a Mega Man game. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. And let me put some music. Let me put the music. I forget the music. Here you go. Here's your music. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, if you are not subbed, there's a no sub raid message. If you guys are subbed, there's a sub raid message. Staying for the raid is not an obligation, but it will be very much appreciated. It helps support me. It helps support my channel. It helps support the next person I want to support. Yeah. Reminder, I am going to be on a hiatus for like 2 to 3 weeks just because I have school. I have to go back to school. So I am very sorry about that, but I will be back on the 27th and we're going to be playing more retro games, doing more watch along. Actually, wait, instead of retro game, I might play more Hyrule Warriors, but I still want to play more like I want to play with other stuff. I have a lot of stuff. Oh, the retro game. I shared it in my Discord server. Fuck. It's in the Seraph summoning channel. Thank you. Good luck with school. Thank you. Let me see if I can share it real quick. Oh yeah, it's right here. Let's go over here. I am too lazy to put on the credits for today. I want to show you guys this real quick before the thing goes. This one. Look at that. When I come back, a crackhead dropped this on the floor at my job. Like, actually, a crackhead dropped this on the floor at my job. This is going to be one of my next streams. When I come back on the 27th, we're gonna play Stone Keep. This is a dungeon crawler from the 1990s. So yeah. I will see you Angel's Den, and may you have a yaoi-ful day.